We were 46 minutes in. We're going to go ahead and continue in Striaton City in the winter. I think we may have just healed. We have a level 11 Lillipup, a level 6 Oshawott, as well as a level 4 Patrat. So I think at this point in the game, someone might expect to have a level 11 Lillipup and a level 6, roughly, starter evolution. That would be kind of the lineup you would want at this stage. So we had just arrived in the city, and basically they're just giving you advice, right? Pokemon type and the move type are the same. The move's power will increase. That's called a same type attack bonus, which is a pretty significant thing to have. So just walking around, always talk to everyone. Like grass types are weak against fire types. I know stuff. So there is an item over there. I don't know if we can get around to take a look at it or not. There is a building. Let's go in the building. Just telling you to get gym badges. So there is an item here. It's going to be XPs you can buy, so it's not a big deal. So at the southeast entrance, there's this building. I think we may have talked to these people already. Advice being, you never have enough Pokeballs. To use a better Pokeball is easier to catch Pokemon. It's definitely a good idea to buy Pokeballs when you have the chance. And when you get up to Great Balls and Ultra Balls, when you're able to buy them, good to have. I would say as a general rule, this early on in the game, you would want to have, you know, at least 5 Pokeballs. More is better. Again, you go into buildings, just talk to everyone. Game reminds you, you can nickname your Pokemon. That's always something you can do. Talking about how evolutions change the Pokemon's appearance, so the game's just giving you tips at this early stage. So we think at the trainer school. So at this point we want to go to the trainer school, which is on the northwest side of town. Talking about Pokemon having powers called abilities with a variety of effects. Abilities kind of came after the first few generations of Pokemon games. Some moves can only be taught with technical machines, which are TMs. So here's a change, right? In this generation, for the first time, TMs can be used over and over. So you might want to use them a lot. So HMs and TMs, you can put them on as many Pokemon as you want, which is why TMs are very useful in this game. You can stop, so it says you can stop an evolution of a Pokemon by pressing B when a Pokemon is evolving. the other thing you're able to do is you can buy or you can have an Everstone attached to that Pokemon. Which is not something they've told you here, but... Would you like to take a quiz about status conditions? Which of these following items cures poison? An antidote, paralyzed heal, or an awakening? That would be an antidote. The item that cures paralysis is paralysis heal, but which wakes up a sleeping Pokemon? That would be the awakening. So you want to answer those questions, and then they will they'll give you a full heal, which can heal all status conditions. You don't really have to do the quiz, but it's good to know those things. Cheren points out when a Pokemon is poisoned, its HP decreases while it is battling. So you talk to Cheren, and then there's a reference from him about the gym leader here was talking about Pokemon types until a few moments ago. So, and then Cheren's like, do you want to battle beforehand? If you're not ready at this point, go and save. Go to the Pokemon Center and heal, and then save beforehand. But I think we're okay right now. We just healed. So we're going to go ahead and battle against Cheren. So Cheren being a rival, major trainer to go against. So we've got Lillipup at level 11 against level 8 Snivy, which is the Pokemon as strong as your starter Pokemon. And Lillipup is going to be a Pokemon that is going to be a good idea to just keep using. Strong Pokemon, you can use it to speedrun if you want to do. But we're going to go ahead and just use Tackle as the primary move moving forward, at least for a little bit. Your rival's Pokemon does have an Oran Berry on it, which can automatically heal at once the trainer's Pokemon. Tackle's a good move on Lillipup because Lillipup is a normal type Pokemon. And Tackle's a normal move. So you get that same type attack bonus. So that's going to get you 51 experience points. And then Cheren's going to, after losing the starter Pokemon, is going to put in a Purloin. Purloin is level 8. Purloin's just a normal type, so use whatever move is strongest on your Pokemon. So 2 Tackles seems to do it. 102 experience points on the Purloin, and now we've beaten Pokemon Trainer Cheren. Gives you 800 gold. Cheren's going to give you Oran Berries as a prize for beating him. And he points out, if you give a Pokemon this kind of berry to hold, it will eat it to heal up when its HP goes down in battle. And that's how you basically attach berries. It's one-time use unless you end up using it in like Battle Frontier or something like that. But we're going to go back, since we just fought a rival battle, we're just going to go back and heal at the Pokemon Center, which is 2 buildings to the east. good idea to generally save after a battle like this. Let's take a look. Let's look at who we have in front of the gym now. Yes, I'm a gym leader of this town. You're right to challenge the gym. In that case, what was the first Pokemon you chose? Oshawott, I see. It's weak against grass-type Pokemon. I think you need to prepare to face that type. Try training your Pokemon in the Dreamyard. So the gym leader does not seem to... Well, you can still go in the gym. Let me go ahead and just give you a fresh water. So you enter the gym. We're proud of our menu, which we adjust to suit each trainer. So I stepped on the water button or mat or whatever because I have Oshawott as my main Pokemon. That was who I started with here, so we're gonna go up and fight our first trainer in the gym. So this is kind of a restaurant-themed one, serving up battle. So there's a waiter here named Maxwell. Level 11 Lillipup. Let's go ahead and just battle. We have a level 11. We're just gonna go ahead and use as many tackle moves as possible. Tackle is gonna be the main move for a while. 182 experience points for beating a level 11 Lillipup. Now level 12, so let's look at moves now, right? So Helping Hand assists an ally by boosting the power of its attack. We're just gonna be using Lillipup a lot anyway. Except Leer is not really good move at all. Odor Sleuth enables a ghost type to be hit with normal and fighting type attacks. It's okay early on, right? Tackle is a 50 damage move with same type attack. That's 75 damage because of the same type bonus. And Bite is a 60 type move. We're gonna go ahead and have the Helping Hand move because it is still better than Leer, replacing the Leer, but it's not actually that great. Beating Maxwell is going to give 440 yen. The other thing is, if you go to Pokemon in the menu, you can always go to Summary and switch. If you and then you press right to go to the next screen, you can switch the order of moves. What I like to do is switch your best move all the way up to the top, so that you don't really need to scroll as much. So Tackle being the strongest move, I moved up to number 1. Bite is the second best move, so I moved it to number 2. Bite does more damage in terms of power, but it's actually a little weaker because of the same type advantage for Lillipup. So after being the water one, we can switch any. We'll go on, if we go on the grass one for the second one, because you have to choose one of the other ones. I'm going to go up and fight the next trainer. We've got the second trainer here in the Striaton Gym, Waitress Tia, T-I-A. We've got a level 10 Patrat here. We're going to go ahead and use Tackle. Level 10 Patrat gets knocked out. Easy 131 experience points. Purloin is in now, level 10. So level 12 Little Pup's going to do just fine, doing Tackle as a move. Sand Attack is a move that's not particularly strong, although it does increase evasion a little bit. From Purloin. So that's why Little Pup's not connecting these shots. Little Pup continue to do tackle moves. Just a great move. Tackle is a move. Doing 50 damage this early on in the game is, on the Little Pup, is good. The weakness here is that Sand Attack has been really annoying. So that's 143 experience points for Purloin. That's going to yield 400 G or 400 yen. Now, since there's Little Pup at this point is low on health, so we're going to go back out of the gym. And then we're going to go back to the Pokemon Center, that is to the left. And just heal up that Little Pup all the way back up in health. Always make use of Pokemon Centers because Pokemon Centers are free. So if you're close to one, why not go rather than go and use some items that you have to purchase? It's just a good idea. We beat the first two trainers. We're going to go all the way up now. Fire is the last one we haven't pressed yet, so let's go with Fire. This is going to take us all the way to the gym leader. We've got Silent, we've got a few trainers here, right? So there are a few gym leaders. Chili is the fire type gym leader. Cress is the water type gym leader. And then Silent is the grass type gym leader. The three of us will determine whom you'll battle. It'll be based on the type of the first Pokemon that you chose. And in this case, we chose water, meaning grass is going to be the first Pokemon. So Silent is the trainer you fight first. In the case of Oshawott, it's always going to be the Pokemon type that has the type advantage against your starter. So Oshawott's not going to be good against this gym. And really any starter's not going to be good against this gym, but we have Lillipup, so let's go. So here we go. Silent is the first trainer you face, and Silent is actually part of the Pokemon anime as a major character, but here's Leader Silent. Leader Silent is going to start with his own level 12 Lillipup, but we have a level 13 Lillipup. So we're just going to hit with Tackle as many times as we can. Silent's responding with Work Up here, which is increases stats but doesn't really do a whole lot. I'm going to do a second Tackle here. Lillipup pulls out Bite against my Lillipup here. Silent does have a potion on hand, which Silent uses here. Potions will heal 20 HP. But having the faster Lillipup here, being the level 13 Lillipup, we knock out the first Lillipup, 185 experience points. Now this is the big difference in the leaders. Silent is going to pull up Pansear. And this is going to vary based on the Pokemon chosen, but this is going to be a level 14 Pansear, which is, you know, decently high level at this point. But we have Lillipup. Lillipup just does good damage against anyone. They use Work Up and then Vine Whip. So Pansear actually does knock out Lillipup here, which is not ideal. Let's see if Oshawott can actually get a shot on it. I might lose this. So I think we're gonna need Pokemon that are slightly stronger before beating this gym, because of this level 14 Pansear, we're going to need a little more experience. If you get knocked out and you lose, you have to pay to the winner, and then it'll heal you back up at the Pokemon Center. But I did jump the gun in fighting this gym, because we were supposed to go up to the 1 yard to train a little more first. Could have won with a potion, but it's good to get some experience. So let's go to the Dreamyard. The Dreamyard is to the northeast of Striaton City. Let's actually train a little bit over there now. Okay, I'm going east and fighting a trainer. Last Airy is the first. So there's going to be a few trainers here. Last Airy has a Purloin. We can just tackle everyone and it's going to be enough training. 86 experience with the Purloin. Lillipup is now level 14. Another level 8 Purloin, 80 experience points, 128 G. There is a boulder down there you can't move yet. There's a tree that you can cut, you can't cut yet, so we're just going to keep going right and fight those trainers. Youngster Joey is the next trainer. Has a level 7 Patrat. Again, very simple, just keep tackling with Lillipup. We're not really changing anything up there. 56 experience on the Patrat. Is it a Patrat? Oh, is it, or I think it may have been a Purloin. No, it was a Patrat. Each Patrat looks to be... So the first two Patrats, 56 experience off of level 7. And then now we have a level 7 Lillipup. Again, easy, just keep using tackle. This level 6 Lillipup actually did survive one hit, but it's 61 experience points for 112 yen. The next person says you go, and that they try to give you advice on how to go up against the type disadvantage. And it's like, hey, do you want a Pansear? So this trainer randomly gives you the type Pokemon that is strong against the gym leader, which is great. Pansear, in this case, it's a Pansear. Let's take a look. Pansear is level 10, so that's very nice of them. If I had used this Pansear against because there's Pansear, there's Panpour, and then there's Pansage. They're all similar Pokemon. Pansear is the fire type, Pansage is the grass type, and Panpour is the water type, which makes sense. Searing is fire, Pour is water, and Sage, well, it sounds close enough like grass, I suppose. So now you have a level 10 Pokemon. That's great. So we have a level 14 Lillipup, a level 10 Pansear, level 6 starter evolution. So level 10 is really the Pan whatever version that you would get. And then we caught a level 4 Petrat earlier. So we'll go into the Dreamyard and we can pick up some items. And there's an extra Fen, which you can buy, but it's not a big deal. But that's all you can really do for now, because you don't have the move cut yet. Okay, now having done, some battles in the Dreamyard, there was a hint from the lady earlier about hint. You'll find something, and the find really is the Pan Pokemon that has the type advantage against the gym leader. I'm gonna go back to the Pokemon Center, and then we're gonna go and fight Silent again. So okay, now we have a Pokemon that is good against Silent. And go back. Now actually fight Silent for real. Again, gym leader varies, the Pan varies based on what starter you choose. So the gym leaders, this battle looks a little different depending on the starter Pokemon. That said, same idea. Get a Lillipup, do well against the level 12 Lillipup, and then if you need your type advantage Pan Pokemon, you bring that in later. My level 14 Lillipup is just gonna have the speed, the level, speed, and attack advantage right now on the level 12 Lillipup. Silent uses a potion on Lillipup, but 4 tackles should knock out level 12 Lillipup. Under 72 experience for beating the level 12 Lillipup. Lillipup is now level 15, which is great, because now there is a takedown move that is available. We're going to use takedown and have it replace. We're just going to have it straight up replace Tackle. Tackle has 35 PP. Takedown only has 20, but it is just a much better move. It does 85 damage. This is a very early situation for Lillipup to have a takedown move doing 85 damage. Very strong move. So essentially once Littlepup has Takedown as a move, Takedown is your move now. It does do a little bit of recoil, making it not the perfect move, but it is just so strong. Gives you 1680 yen. I think it was 280 experience. And that's going to give me a new badge. It is called the Trio Badge because the three brothers are all gym leaders. Once you have one badge, Pokemon including traded Pokemon up to level 20. They will obey you without question. They're also going to give you TM83 Workup as a prize. It's going to come up in your TMs and HMs case. Workup increases attack and special attack. TMs now can be used as many times as you want. Workup, not necessarily worth it to put on a Pokemon, but still pretty good. I mean, it's good to have a TM, I should say. It's nice to get a prize. Now you talk to Fennel outside the gym after you beat. In this first gym, Professor Juniper is going to give you something, so you're going to... So there's a cutscene here. Fennel says, you're going to meet all of the Pokemon in the region, right? So this was the section you couldn't go up. You couldn't go up to Fennel's room earlier in this building, and now you can. Professor Juniper was her friend in college. She asked me to help you guys. I'll give you something to help you. This is a hidden machine. So here you go. You already get HM01 Cut. That's pretty early on. You can teach a Pokemon a move called Cut, and you can cut down a small tree. It can be used as many times as you want. Now, they reference that Dreamyard on the outskirts of Striaton City that you were just at, on the northeast side. Fennel wants you to grab Dream Mist, which comes off a Pokemon called Muna, M-U-N-N-A. And then with that, Fennel says, I'll be able to use GameSync to collect save files of various trainers. So we can walk back out. Let's go to the Pokemon Center and heal. Now that we've healed, we're going to go back from the Pokemon Center on the north side of town to the northeast side, going back to the Dreamyard that we were just at and where we had fought 2 trainers and gotten the Pan Pokemon. We can now go into the menu and go to the bag and teach HM01 Cut. Let's see who we can teach it to. We can teach it. We can't teach it to Littlepup, but we can teach it to Pansear, Oshawott, and Patrat. So let's go ahead. We can just teach it to Pansear, whichever Pan Pokemon again. Just have it replace Leer, because Leer's not a good move. HM01 Cut is a 50 power move, alongside the fact that it can cut down trees. You generally do want to have an HM01 Cut Pokemon on your team, because every now and then you do want to cut trees. Bianca showed up saying, hi, are you looking for the mysterious Pokemon too? And Bianca goes through into the hidden area where you just basically cut your way through. And then as you kind of keep moving, Bianca hears a sound. Let's go and check out what that sound is on the other side of the wall. So we go on the other side of the wall. We see a Muna. Muna is crawling up north. Looks like there are some weirdos that want Muna to make use of, to give them Dream Mist, and the weirdos are from Team Plasma. We battled day and night to liberate Pokemon from foolish humans. They say Muna and Musharna, which is the evolution of Muna, emit a mysterious vapor called Dream Mist, which shows people's dreams. We're going to use that to make people want to release their Pokemon. We'll show them dreams to manipulate their hearts. Bianca says, you're kicking a Pokemon to make it give off Dream Mist? That's mean. Why? You're trainers too. That's right. They say we're Pokemon trainers too, but we're fighting for a different reason. Like you two, we're fighting for the freedom of Pokemon. And setting Pokemon free means that we win Pokemon battles and take Pokemon by force. So on that note, we're going to rescue your Pokemon from you. Bianca says, what? Don't hurt him. So Team Plasma, this is going to be a Team Plasma battle. Fighting against one of the Team Plasma grunts. Team Plasma grunt is... Team Plasma grunts are just Team Plasma grunts. They're not like a major deal in terms of what Pokemon they bring, because they're not one of the bosses for Team Plasma, but still, it's like fighting any trainer. There's a level 10 Petrat. Lillipup's takedown is very strong. Does 105 experience points of damage. 400 yen. Were you not taking them seriously because they're kids? So the next Team Plasma person comes up. The one weakness of takedown as a move is recoil. So maybe not necessarily always better to replace tackle with it, although I did anyway. The other grunt also has Purloin as a level 10 Pokemon. The amazing thing about takedown is, once you do the damage, it's like 115 experience points, right? Just like that, another 400 yen. Team Plasma still wants to get the Dream Mist. But Team Plasma grunts get talked to by Getsus, who is the Team Plasma leader, as well as so we see like a copycat Getsus. Are there two Getsus? Who even knows? But the point is to separate Pokemon from people. And Team Plasma grunts are worried. This is Getsus when a plan has failed and he is about to issue punishment. At any rate, let's hurry and say we're sorry so Getsus forgives us, and he runs off. Musharna comes out after the Team Plasma people leave. They wonder, was that a dream thing from Getsus? Fennel has shown up, says she couldn't wait, she came over, she sees Musharna. And Muna just drops something off. And Bianca's trying to, Bianca, yeah. Has mentioned, oh, Musharna came and showed us something like a dream. So Musharna saw Muna in trouble, Fennel explains. used its power-making dreams into reality to save Muna, so Getsus wasn't really there. Well, so Fennel got the dream missed. So Blanca says, okay, she's gonna look for more Pokemon or whatever, and in the meantime, we can go back to Fennel, but let's take a look at these grassy areas and see what Pokemon are around and what items we can get. So here, one Pokemon you can get is Purloin. In this particular case, Purloin is level 11. Let's try to catch one. Just generally a good idea to catch new Pokemon that you can see around, because eventually you may want to fill your Pokedex, and Unova, this new region, has a lot of unique Pokemon. It's over 150 unique Pokemon in this region, because this is away from the Japanese regions of Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh. We're just knocking Purloin down to below half health. Yeah, so that's in the range of yellow. Went ahead and caught a Purloin just for the Pokedex. Not required in any sense. But its cute act is a ruse. When victims let down their guard, according to the Pokedex, they find their items taken and attacks with sharp claws. Another Pokemon you can catch here is Muna, so let's try to also catch a Muna. I accidentally knocked it out, though. Lillipup is now level 16. Level 16 means Lillipup evolves. It has a... So Lillipup is going to evolve into a new Pokemon. The next evolved form at level 16. Which is going to make it stronger. It is now a Herdier, which is a bigger dog Pokemon. So there is a Pokeball on the left side, and not really a big deal. Just makes up for the Pokeball I just that Pokemon. So we go round to the other side. We can actually go up the stairs to get more items. So there is a potion up there. Doesn't really matter. Again, potions and Pokeballs are easy enough to purchase. But if we go all the way to the right, we get a Repel. Again, Repels are things you can purchase, but again, nice to get the items for free when you can. So Bianca says, go back to Fennel's house. We can go back in that direction. And that covers... That's it. That's the Dreamyard in a nutshell. We've done everything. We're going to go ahead and heal at the Pokemon Center because we just fought against the Team Plasma Grunts, and Takedown took off some damage off of our hero here, which is the Herdier. Herdier is a pretty strong Pokemon now, 50 health after the evolution. We're going to go and talk to Fennel before we pause Pokemon White 1 for the day. Again, going back down to the southeast residence, but it is the top entrance rather than the bottom one. You go upstairs. And then, thanks to getting some Dream Mist, now suddenly you'll get the Sea Gear, which is going to be an important thing to have. Sea Gear is a device related to communication, such as infrared connection or Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. Useful thing to have for multiplayer kind of purposes, although it's not as big of a deal now. This used to be something that got used more when the game was actively played in multiplayer. So you can go online and you can collect trainers, save files and all that. Game Sync can retrieve memories of sleeping Pokemon using Dream Mist. If you use Game Sync to make a Pokemon sleep, it will have dreams. Its dream becomes the reality in a place called Entralink in the middle of the Unova region. That's very sciencey talk. And then we get the Pal Pad as an item to register friends on the Pal Pad and link to those friends using Wi-Fi connection, trade Pokemon, challenge friends to a battle, so on. You can input your friend's code directly by using your Pal Pad or using the IR connection feature of your Sea Gear. Again, harder to use at this point in 2026, so probably not. That was probably something that was used way more back in the day. But that's going to be a stopping point for Pokemon White 1 for tonight. We are now at 133 in White 1. And we have one badge